everybody. So, welcome to the Hallmarkies podcast. And today we have something kind of unique. Earlier in the summer, we were invited by Hallmark to be a part of a special junket for podcasters that was interviewing a bunch of the stars for Christmas at Sea. And I guess they must have been happy with it, that it went pretty well. And so they invited us for a different junket with a bunch of different podcasters for Mistletoe Murders, which is concluding today. So that was a really cool opportunity, but it's just kind of a unique episode of the podcast because you'll only hear me twice. I actually had to leave a little bit early. You only hear me with 2 questions, and then it'll be rest of it will be other podcasters. And you can listen to this same junket on all those other podcasters. So, it's uniquely, you can use this as an opportunity to get to know about some of those other podcasts, and you should definitely check them out. They have some really good content. And I hope you enjoy everything that Sarah and Peter have to say, and that you enjoy the episode. It's probably more enjoyable on YouTube because then you can see the various podcasters and you can see Sarah and Peter, but whichever way you decide to listen to it, I hope you enjoy it, and Merry Christmas. I'd like to take a second to thank our sponsor for this episode of the podcast. It's Baker Publishing Group and Melody Carlson and her new book, Once Upon a Christmas Carol. Carol Langstrom hates Christmas. Being born on December 25th and growing up in a dysfunctional home has turned her into a modern-day Scrooge. Her plan? To escape this holiday in the Bahamas. But storms reroute her flight to Michigan. Amid the snowy landscape, she gets stuck on her aunt's farm and rediscovers a different kind of Christmas. One wrapped in love. Melody Carlson's holiday novella, Once Upon a Christmas Carol, delivers all the charm of a Hallmark movie woven with sweet romance featuring a Christmas Carol themes. Order your next Can't Put Down read today from bakerbookhouse.com for 30% off and free shipping today. That's 30% off and free shipping at bakerbookhouse.com.
Well, hello, Sarah. Again, we just talked, it seemed like about a week ago. And Peter, it's been about a year, but great seeing you again. This is Eric from Hallmark Mysteries and More, and cannot be more excited to talk to you guys. So my question I have, and I was just talking to my co-host earlier today, what do you think it is about Mistletoe Murders that literally everybody loves this show? Because we do, focus on mysteries, and it doesn't matter what we do. There's always someone who's coming in complaining and saying this, that, or the other. And we have never once had somebody put down Mistletoe Murders. So what do you think is this magic for the show?
Well, I think Ken Cooper's our showrunner and creator. He makes a really tight story. Like, he writes a really tight script. And I think even if you don't pick up on those things right away, when Sarah and I are preparing, there's nothing that wakes us up in the middle of the night where we're like, wait a second.
That's a giant plot hole.
It could have been.
What can we do? No, none of those things.
There's none of those.
No,
every T is crossed and I is dotted. So that's really satisfying. I think as an audience, if you don't have that, if they're just like, the killer was the dog, and you're like, well, that wasn't motive. That doesn't make sense. It doesn't feel satisfying. Whereas these, I think the mysteries themselves are really satisfying. And then that buys us, enough goodwill to pull people along into the bigger mystery,
yes,
the long form mystery of who Emily Lane is.
I think that's also a really, really compelling and unique part about the show is this overarching. You could just watch 2 episodes at once and get a whole story, but then you'd be missing out on so much of the deliciousness of the character journey and the arc and everything like that. So I think that makes it unique. And also the mashup of Christmas with mystery is not a thing we've seen before, but they're both such beloved genres, and watching them kind of meld together in this sort of seamless way has been really fun. It was sort of a risky thing to do, I think, but I think it really paid off. And I think that has to do with the fact that both genres take a similar journey where you go from disruption, then you take a whole twist and turny journey that involves emotional stuff and everything. And then at the end, everything's good. The bad guy gets caught, the people fall in love. It is the fullness of everything we love about Hallmark exists both in mystery and in the Christmas genre. So yeah, it's kind of a magical little mix.
I forgot to say the chemistry.
Oh, romance.
You have to say that.
Yeah, it's really weird if we say.
We're just really good, and that's why. That's going to be the soundbite. That's going to be the soundbite.
Okay, going on to Megan.
Hi, I'm Megan from Girls Gone Hallmark. And like everybody here, we are huge fans of this show. And the two of you together are pure magic. I have to wonder, Mistletoe Murders, the series, is based on an established podcast series. So you guys came in, and there is some overlap between some of the voice actors in the podcast series and people who appear on the show. But obviously, the two of you created your own versions of these characters. Was there any part of you that felt influenced by those other portrayals or pressure to honor those portrayals? Or were you really just trying to forge your own path?
I can speak for myself. I really just wanted to forge my own path. Kobe Smulders does such an incredible job, but she's also a very different actor than I am. Like, we have very, very different energies. And so I listened to the first 2 episodes and I was like, she's so great. She's so brilliant. But I also want to do my own thing. I want to carve my own path. And the truth is, Ken has created all different mysteries for our TV series. And just being in the medium of getting to engage with the visual of it all, we really are our own thing, right? So we're just sort of embracing our unique piece of this storytelling. And so and also I think not only are the mysteries different, but even some of our backstories, the way that Emily and Sam kind of come into the picture is different. They know each other for a long time before you meet them for the first time on the Audible podcast. And here we get to meet cute in the coffee shop. There's a lot that I think some of my backstory is different from the Audible series. So it really is its own thing.
Sam, I didn't want to get confused, which happens pretty easily. But I do love that they're both out there, like that. It's this. I guess you wouldn't call it a cinematic universe because one is audio, but
Yes.
like that there is this like Christmas Town existing in sort of 2
Alternate
parallel
realities.
dimensions. Yeah.
Totally. And then now they have Middlebridge, which is the Violet spinoff on Audible right now, and it's doing so well. They keep winning, racking up so many awards, the Audible series. So we're just thrilled for Ken and Michelle and Headspinner and that whole community. We love them so much.
And it gives all of us something to do while we're waiting for season 3 next year.
Wouldn't it be
Thank you
nice
so
if we had
much.
more than 6 episodes a season?
Yeah,
That's my biggest wish about this show. Absolutely.
No,
Absolutely.
that would be nice.
Okay, so Suspenders Unbuttoned, Julie and Sarah.
all right. Well, I'm Sarah. I'm half of Suspenders Unbuttoned. Nice to meet you. So we've been talking about season 2, and we are waiting for the final 2 episodes to drop this week. What can you tease about the upcoming storylines, and how do you think fans will react to that ending?
Have you seen it?
Yes.
Have you all seen it?
I refuse to watch it because if I watch it, then it's over for me.
Oh, no.
Oh, I love that.
So sweet.
Wow.
Yes, that ending is super exciting. Couple things. I really, really loved getting to play my flashbacks in episodes 5 and 6. She is a different person. I have a very different look as younger Grace. And as soon as I got into hair, makeup, and wardrobe, I found myself walking differently, talking differently, interacting differently, like she's more naive. All kinds of things haven't happened yet to her. So I really, really enjoyed diving into that. And then we have a really epic gazebo scene. You were saying that was your favorite scene.
Yeah, it was so wonderful to film because I think we were very mindful going into it and trying to make sure that it's like a familiar setting, a familiar place that the story is headed for the audience, that we bring something new and different and a bit of a twist to it.
Right.
So it was a really fun challenge to try and satisfy those 2 things at the same time.
There's depth to Sam and Emily that's so much like yummier and tastier this season because we've had some miles to travel with them entering into season 2, and they're not just getting to know each other for the first time. They're like digging in and trying to pull down their walls and show themselves to one another, and it's really, really satisfying. I think there was so much discussion about that big gazebo scene, and I think where we landed, I can say I'm super. You haven't even seen it. He hasn't seen it yet.
No, I haven't. Eric, I'm with you.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah, I feel like epic is a great word for it. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's multi-dimensional. It's not
Right.
just one note. So many things can just be one note on television, and this has like meat.
Right. Well, isn't that the beauty of having a series instead of just a two-hour movie?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, moving on to Stephanie from Heart in Motion.
Hi, I'm Stephanie from Heart in Motion. I had plenty of time flying to Miami to get on the cruise to watch.
Wait, you were on the cruise?
I was up on stage having a good old time with you too, so that was a lot of fun.
Oh my gosh. Wait, did we get to meet? And I'm so sorry.
We didn't get to meet.
there were
We were
5,000
like
people on the boat.
two ships passing in the night.
Ships on a ship.
On a ship, passing in the night.
I like
Two
that.
small ships on a ship. That's it.
But I had a great opportunity to catch up watching it, and I'm loving it. My question is this: Sarah, you've shared that you want to tell stories that the people who are watching feel seen. So I'm curious, how do both of you see each of your characters as someone that we can relate to?
That's a great question. I think for Emily, somebody asked me when I really loved or what made me fall in love with my character, and I will say it is season 1, end of episode 4, when he finally gets out of me why I love Christmas so much. And it's so surprising because it's not just like candy canes and mistletoe. It's like I miss home. Christmas equals home to me. I had a home, and then my home was ripped away from me. And so for the last however many years, Emily has just been on this search and this quest to find her people and find her place. And I know especially at the holidays, people can feel extremely lonely. And that is real. That is true. That is a real thing. A lot of people have families that are not a Hallmark family, that you have to create your chosen family, and you still mourn the loss of the one you were born into. And I think for Emily, I get to tell a story about someone who feels that loneliness and has that longing for that place to belong. So anyone out there who is experiencing that kind of loneliness, I think can really find themselves and see themselves in Emily's journey.
That's so good. Peter?
I think for me, it's Sam is someone who is a bit reserved. I think he's shrunk down his life essentially to him and his daughter and his job, and that's it. And it's this interaction, it's Emily coming into his life that kind of forces him to crack open and reevaluate. But it's not an easy process. And I think for people, that's a familiar thing, like the feeling like you want to open up, you want to get closer to someone, but it's been a long time and you're a bit rusty and not great at it. And those walls come back up much easier than they go down. So I think that's something that people can relate to and recognize in him. Mm-hmm. And it's something that's so fun to play again over a series where it's not like we're wanting to resolve that inside of the 2 hours of a movie. We can get so close to resolving it and then pull back and then get a little closer and then something complicates it. Like we get to explore the real sort of human side of it when we're afforded like a little bit more time like this.
So good. Thanks.
That's really good too.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. And moving on to Rachel.
Hi, I'm Rachel with Hallmarkies podcast. And I'm curious, do you think that Sam is reasonable to want to know about her past, or should he just let it go? And do you think if somebody you loved had that kind of a secret, you could just let it go?
Ooh.
That's a really good question.
Get in there.
Yes. I think it is reasonable for him to need to know because of his context. We all come into relationships with past histories, secrets, different things. But I think because he can sense that there's something that doesn't add up, there's something unusual, there's something potentially dangerous, and that could be a threat to not only him, but more importantly to his daughter. Sam really needs to know. So just tell him.
Just tell him right now, but tell
It's your opportunity.
Everything. I also think we get a really sweet window into not just the like driving need to know of it all, but his care for Emily in episode 4 that we just saw when they're outside of the diner, and she's like, "Oh yeah, well I know you've been investigating me," and they finally have it out, and he admits that he just wants to be there for her. It's not that. Yes, he does need to know and wants to know, but also he wants to help her. He wants to take care of her. And this moment of her going, "It's so sweet. I'm so mad. It's so sweet. But it's mine. And if you know it all, what happens then? Does this thing that's been growing completely disintegrate? Like, I can't see the future. I don't know how you're going to respond to it." And so all of those things are really challenging, but I love that scene, that little window into his heart for her, in the needing to know of it all.
Okay, Roxanne.
Hi, Sarah. Hi, Peter. Long time no see, right? I'm Roxanne from Chat with Roxanne, and also Chat with Kathy. You got to meet Kathy the other night. My question actually is for you, Peter. We get to see, first of all, the sets. I'm obsessed with the sets. Every time I talk to somebody from this series, and Ken, we held him hostage. We had him on telling us everything he could, and he'll be back. So I'm excited. We'll hold him hostage again. And
are you from Philly?
Pardon me?
Are you from Philly?
30 minutes away.
I heard an on. I heard the on.
I know.
I love it. Okay, sorry.
Okay. No. My whole family is from Philly, and we're born here like 30 minutes away. It's all good. So anyway, your house, you have a beautiful apartment. They have set up for Emily, almost said Sarah, and we get to see your store. So then we get to see into the window of who you are, because it's your set decorator is amazing. And now, Peter, we've got Sam's office, which is kind of like Stark, which kind of lets us know about Sam. But what would you envision his what's his home like with his
house
like what would it be like? Is it a fixer upper? Because we all saw the 2 belt. We were like,
it's a fixer upper, and he's working on it all the time, but there's a lot of projects still out there. Violet's room is beautiful. It's got a lot of posters and stickers and memorabilia on the wall. The rest of the house is a bit bare. There's a bench press touch in the living room. Yeah.
Okay. Do you think
not enough spoons?
Do you think
and wash the forks?
My gosh. Do you think that is it the house you think that you lived in with your ex-wife? Or do you think it would be
if there was too many memories there? I think we bought a little place down the road, very close by. And Sam had ideas. I'm making all this up on the spot.
I love it. We're going to make sure Ken hears it all.
Really nice. But, these things have a way of, as they do in my life, still got a room with paint swatches on the wall. These things have a way of just getting kicked to one week after the next. So I think
he's busy solving crimes. He can't get to all of it.
Yeah, the first time Sam went into Emily's apartment, he's like, "How did you do all this?" So
I know.
Wow,
looks so nice.
Ho, ho, ho. We'd like to take a second and thank our sponsor for this episode of the podcast. It's the Hallmarkies Patreon.
Do you love Hallmarkies podcasts, especially at Christmas?
Do you enjoy the holiday previews, recaps, interviews, and bonus episodes?
If the answer is yes, please consider supporting the Hallmarkies Patreon. We need your help to do what we do both during the Christmas season and all year round.
But not only do you help a podcast led by strong, independent women by becoming a Patreon, you get to become a part of the Hallmarkies family.
Starting at only $2 a month as a patron, you will have access to our Facebook Patreon group where we talk about the movies, shows, and more all year.
We also have many monthly patron watch-alongs with guests like Lacey Chabert, Natalie Hall, Paul Campbell, Mary Lou Henner, and more, giving their behind-the-scenes details of their films.
As a patron, you also have the chance to provide input into the podcast and even join us at different tiers.
So this Christmas season, spread some cheer to the Hallmarkies Patreon and become a member today. You won't regret it.
Go to patreon.com/Hallmarkies to learn more.
That's patreon.com/Hallmarkies.
For those of us who have not seen the third episode, just gave a spoiler. We now know the dog is not the killer in the third one from the first episode.
I cannot believe you did that,
I'm
Peter.
so sorry.
Just devastated. Viewers angry.
I don't think I can finish.
No.
Yeah.
We're gonna get our first bit of bad press.
We did shoot the insert on his little paw holding the gun, but it just didn't seem plausible.
All right. Well, I have to ask about, because once again, I refuse to watch the third one until the very last minute that I have to. But in the second one, you had both Kylie and Sierra doing those interpretive dances.
Yes.
Great.
What was going on the set? Like, were you guys literally just peeing your pants? Because when Kylie did it, I lost it. And then when Sierra did it at the end, I don't even know where I went with that one. It was just too
So
stinking funny.
I stayed for neither of us were in either of those scenes.
Right.
But I did stay because I was in the previous scene before Kylie's dance number, and I went to set just to watch the rehearsal. And I had seen like videos of their choreographed rehearsals, and I died. It's
Just from the rehearsal videos.
the funniest.
Yeah.
And I will say I watched those 2 episodes with my kids. My daughter's right over there. And they were guffawing. Wasn't it funny, Hannah? She's nodding. They were laughing so hard at both Kylie and Sierra. They could not stop laughing. It's so gratifying to watch it. And kids don't lie. They only laugh when something's funny.
That is true.
True.
Unless someone's saying 6'7", and that's not funny. But they do laugh at that.
I'm a teacher. Do you know what my life is like with 6?
Yeah, it's really annoying. It's really, really annoying.
It's all good.
How much 6'7"?
So many 6'7".
Okay, we're back to Megan.
So you kind of touched on this. The tone of the show walks a line between cozy, Christmassy, and mysterious and murdery. I'd love to know what the atmosphere is like on set, which side of those things you guys are leaning into more. I mean, the vibe here is very fun and playful. So does that carry over
This is the
to
only
set as
vibe.
well?
Yeah, this is the vibe. Like when it comes to like cozy, it's a bit too hot. It's sweaty.
Yeah.
And cozy. We're acting the cozy bit. The murder it's very safe. We've had no
Actual murders.
very few injuries.
No.
Spoiler
Except for my hand. I
again.
did break my hand this season.
I saw that photo with the cast.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
I know you have a really great joke about my method, being a method actor. You've done it in a few different interviews. Would you like to try it out here?
I'm gonna try it out again. See if I get a laugh this time. But because she had a cast in season 1 on the same hand, and then broke her left hand in season 2, I always joke that she's very method, just with terrible timing.
There's some.
That's the best laugh. Really, thank you. That's I think.
If you would have done it with interpretive dancing, that would have been even better.
Oh, we would have loved that. Oh, we would have fell out of our
Joke
chair.
while interpretive dancing.
That would have been.
That would have really, really done it.
But no, it's a lot of this. Like it's a really fun, it's a very warm set. It's a really caring set. It's really, really special.
We have such an incredible leadership team. It's very collaborative. Our directors are phenomenal. We laugh our way from start to finish of every day. And we are also very prepared. That's, I think, the reason we can play so much on set is because everybody comes in, nobody has sides, and their sides are like the script pages. Everybody just is completely off book always as soon as you walk on the set. And people know that they're, when we start, we're going to really work. And then we're just joking and cracking up in between every take. So it's so joyous.
And you filmed in Martini Town, right?
What's Martini Town?
Is it not Martini Town?
That's Vancouver, right?
Oh, okay.
No, we're on
Sometimes
the other
I
side.
see things and I'm like, oh my gosh, it looks just like Martini Town. Okay.
No, we are in Toronto.
Okay.
We film on a back lot in Pickering, which is all of the exterior stuff you see for Fletcher's Grove is its own little fake town.
Yes.
Which you have to talk about because it's your favorite thing.
I love it so much. Everyone hates it. And with justification, it's a little fake town built in the middle of an open field. The roads into it get super muddy, and we have to run generators to have power, and the buildings are falling apart.
No running water.
There's no water, no electricity. But it's a whole fake town. I love it. And like our boom operator was skateboarding at lunch, and there's all this fake snow laid down. Like it's really, really neat. And I love them over there.
Where they put our trailers, which is a little circuitous drive to our set. The sunsets, they always have us like facing where the sun sets, and it's over this like field of these beautiful, it's just the sparkliest, most delightful. I've taken so many sunset pictures outside of my trailer there.
Fun. I'm glad I asked. Sorry.
Okay, I actually we're gonna have Rachel go next because she has another interview to get to, but we'll make sure everyone gets to ask a couple more questions.
Yeah, so there's 3 mysteries this season. Do you have a favorite of the 3?
It's funny because I have favorite settings and I have favorite mysteries. I think for me, the third is my favorite, the one coming out this Friday. So I'll speak carefully so I don't spoil anything for you, Eric, or me. But it was just a really twisty, turny one and a really satisfying one when I first got the scripts to read and make my own guesses at. I really, really love that.
Do you try to guess the murderer when you're reading the script? Yeah.
Yeah. And I am
always wrong.
As bad as Sam.
I will say, in terms of the emotional satisfaction and punch, third is by far my favorite. I'm so excited for people to take this journey on the third one, but that's more for the like overarching character development journey stuff. In terms of mystery itself, I really like the second one. My kids came to visit. My son was actually on set for 2 full days from like 5 a.m. until I wrapped, and like he gave us notes while we were
they
shooting.
were good.
Good notes.
He's good.
Yeah, he like shot listed and showed the director he's like, I think I'd shoot the scene this way, and the director was like, that's what I had planned. Cool. How old are you? So that was fun. But also I think the mystery that I loved the most about that was us getting to do the heist scene.
Yes.
That was super fun. Us all working together. I love that we got Sam over to the dark side a little bit. That was like a fun color for that episode. So I really enjoyed it, that one.
Okay, great. So I think we're on Stephanie.
All right. Can we talk love story for a second?
Sure.
Absolutely.
So speaking of the love story, there's this tension that simmers underneath sometimes the frustration between the 2 characters. But I'm curious, what was the conversation like about what with this love story had to be done right? What was most important in this love story?
For me, I think it was when you separate and are still raising a teenage daughter together, you want to make sure that your channels of communication are clear. Are we not talking about that love story? No, I'm sorry.
I could see in the twinkle in his eye that he was starting a joke, which is why I said, are you doing a joke right now? Because I saw it happening.
I was going to go with it.
Everybody just went with it because that's what happens. Would you like to answer that, Norm?
I'm going to cut that one off my list.
Doesn't work.
Yeah, trying to, I think for me, the love story in this one is actually really, really special, which is why I make a joke, because I feel vulnerable talking about it. Because there's something they're both so vulnerable and so guarded. And to have 2 people that are at such extremes of both of those things, trying to navigate coming together is really beautiful. And I think something that, so many people in the audience can relate to, trying to navigate those difficult relationships and facing the question of like, is this too much to even make this possible?
I also think there's like such a kindness about both of them. Like at the core of their being, they are endeavoring and are just truly kind human beings. And so that's also what makes it, because sometimes people who are extremely kind can be walked all over in this world. And so that is kind of a scary thing that adds to that vulnerability. I think for me, first season there was talk. Actually, one of our drafts of our script, that scene that I shared where I tell my story. Originally, it was written that he kisses her after she tells the story. And I actually fought like I was going to die on a hill about it. And I said, no, that this is a moment where she is offering something so fragile and precious to him. He should respond by not asking for anything from her in return. She is given this gift of her story. So the only thing that makes sense that will seal that love story and make it really special and unique is for him to hold her in it. Not try to kiss her, not try to move something along, not need something out of her, just hold her in it. And I think that's a moment where she's just completely caught off guard. Like, you don't need anything from me. You don't want anything from me. You just want to care for me. I'm not used to that. I don't know what that is. And it's so tender. And I think, when we start from that, because that's really the first real romantic moment that happens between the two of them, when that's our leaping off point, we just want to stay in that like North Star of these two people. We don't ever want to veer off or go down cheese land or go down like something that isn't earned. We want everything to really feel earned and feel like that North Star is guiding.
Well, thanks for fighting for that moment because it was perfect.
It's one of my favorite moments of both seasons. I think it was and it was like the most epic hug. And I remember them telling me, our creator and producer telling me that they were like, and we're keeping that whole hug in. I don't care how long it is. I don't care if it's 45 seconds to a minute long and we have to we're going to shave minutes off somewhere else. That whole hug is staying in because it's so exactly what her nervous system and heart needs. When you are fragile like that, you just need a good hug.
He cradles her head. Remember, Peter? I showed that up and I showed it. I'm like, look at this. Look how he holds her face.
Okay, well, I think it's your turn now, Roxanne.
Oh, good. Okay. So, Sarah, I have a question for you. First of all, I want to compliment you in that scene. Like, you tremble, your hand actually trembles. You move your fingers in a certain way, like when she's nervous. And I was like, oh, because I've studied it. I'm obsessed by it. I've watched it so many times. I'm like, look at her. She's so good. This is why we're so in love with it. But moving on, guest stars. You have fantastic guest stars. I already asked Peter this question. I was wondering, who would you love to have come on as a guest star from one of the mysteries? Like, what would be your yes? Oh,
Giggling at me. Oh no. Oh,
why not your best friend?
my best friend.
Yeah, why can't your best friend come on?
Oh,
Yes. Why can't she
really
come on?
nice.
It'd be so
She wasn't terrible in Mystery 101.
No, she was amazing on Mystery 101.
amazing.
Right.
I would love Erin Cahill to come on this show. Like
Yeah.
a long lost friend. I mean, Emily Lane is
Handler or
such a
something.
lone wolf, but I wonder if she had some cool, really special friendship with another person in her past life, but she had to pretend that she was dead even from her.
Yes.
Oh, if a friend came on the show,
She said she'd do it.
All right.
he started working on that bit about 3 minutes ago.
Good.
You
I like
that
that
worked.
answer.
Are you gonna put a check next to that?
Monica bit didn't work.
Micah bit did not. That,
No Monica.
no Monica.
Yeah, she'd be great.
She would be so great. And we're dying to work together. We've never worked together. It has never happened. And we've been friends forever. So yes, Erin Cahill.
Got it.
Okay, if it's Megan's turn again. Oh no, sorry, it's Eric.
Yeah,
My
I
bad.
say, geez,
Eric.
my question's that bad. All right. So here I am. I have my little Hallmark Mysteries and More mug, and it gets stolen. Which one of you two in real life is going to be the better sleuth to find my mug.
In real life. In
Answer
real
is
life.
no, not me.
Yeah, it
No.
might be me. But I would maybe think about getting a new mug.
It's a collector's item. There's
look,
only one in existence.
When he says that he tries to figure out who the killer is on the script, I don't even attempt. I don't even for a second guess because I'm like, it's going to be wrong. I'm never going to get it right. I'm busy looking at what are Sam and Emily doing? What is the journey that's happening? How is Violet's friendship developing? Like, those are the things I'm thinking. I do not, those kinds of details I'm terrible at.
I'll find your mug. I got
Thank
it.
you, sir.
Okay, on to Megan now.
I don't think Sarah and Julie had a second chance
They
to ask a
didn't.
question. So if you want to hop in front of me.
Hop in, Julie. Hop in.
Well, she did actually ask a question. I guess it just wasn't her official question. But yes, please go ahead.
Yeah, so hi, I'm Julie from Suspenders Unbuttoned podcast. And if someone has not seen Mistletoe Murders, and like a lot of people, they are coming in and jumping into the season as it airs, and they're excited. What would each of you tell them to excite them and encourage them to get caught up on the episodes before the finale?
Ooh.
Oh.
Wait, so what would get them to like binge all of it to lead up to it? Okay, so the epic cliffhanger and delicious relational delight is so worth it that you need to start from the beginning so that you can have the full satisfaction of the full 2 seasons of the mashup of Christmas and mystery with a whipped cream topping of romance and joy.
Yeah, I love and I think the alchemy that happens when unexpected things are combined. Like, my favorite Christmas movies include, Christmas plus home invasion plus accidental child abandonment.
Jeez.
Or the one, yeah, that one too. Christmas plus dying hard. I love these combos. But the mashup, the genre mashup, I think is so fun because it is at once familiar and comforting and a place people know and love to go to. And then there's also these little twists that keep it fun and exciting and unexpected.
The combination of food references and classic holiday movies feels perfect for.
Yeah, there you go.
That's awesome.
So having seen this season, I couldn't possibly pick a favorite scene, but Eric, plug your ears. I do have to say that there is a fight scene in this final pair of episodes.
Where do you think I broke my hand?
Well, that's my question, part one. It had to be. It's so well done, but I'm curious, between the two of you, was there a favorite scene that you loved filming? Either that was the most fun or the hardest or the most challenging or the most painful?
I'll give you the most challenging because it relates directly to this.
Oh my gosh, yes.
We shoot pretty quickly. Like, we don't have a lot of time to get these. And Sarah was such a pro, such a trooper. After she broke her hand, she was just worried about getting the day and, going off to the hospital being like, I think maybe we can still get the scene. I'm like, no, you have to go to the hospital. But we did keep filming. So we're like, what can we pull up? So we pulled up a scene that follows a later scene in that episode where Sarah and I are sitting by the fire. But Sarah was at the hospital, so I shot it with her stunt double, who was luckily there and wearing
in the wig, not my wig. I don't wear a wig, but she wears a wig.
Wears a wig to match Sarah's hair.
Yeah.
But because of union rules and a whole series of complicated things, she couldn't say Sarah's lines. So our script supervisor was off camera, reading Sarah's lines. And Sarah's stunt double was there looking like Sarah, sitting in the chair going in time with the lines.
He texts me this because I'm thinking there's no way he's not like having to do his coverage and scenes between us while I'm in the hospital. That can't possibly happen. He's like, oh yes, it is happening. He describes it. I'm in the emergency room, like having my, fingers like this
interaction,
with, trying to set it, whatever. And he describes the whole scene and then writes, "That's acting, baby."
Professionals to the end.
Yes. I wouldn't even, right after I broke my hand, it hurt so much, but I was like because I was running and in a stunt sequence. So I was like so pumped full of adrenaline that I just kept trying to shake it off. So I kept like walking from room to room trying to shake it off. And then the medic was chasing me. He's like, you have to sit down. I was like, I don't want to sit down. And he finally got me to sit down. I wasn't crying. I was like, I can't cry because I can't wreck my makeup. We don't have time for me to redo the makeup, so I can't wreck the makeup. And he like does this whole, exam on my hand. And then he goes, she's done for the day. She needs to go to the hospital. And I said, we don't have time for this. Just in tears. So that's how that journey started.
So those were our most eventful scenes, but I think the favorite scene was like the argument in the parking lot. Mm-hmm. I loved that. Loved that gazebo scene. I love when we get to spend time with them because there's so much for them to solve in these two episodes. We're moving at a pretty quick pace through a lot of it, but when that pace kind of breaks and there's like a personal moment between them, those are pretty wonderful scenes.
He wasn't in this scene, but there's a really fun scene in episode 5 where we kind of shot it as a oneer. We're walking through this restaurant and there are 6 or 7 characters that come in and out as I'm being led through and introduced to this whole new world that we're going to play in for this for these 2 episodes. And we shot it as one shot and we're traveling and our camera operator is operating on a steady cam and the choreography of everybody kind of moving into their place at the right moment to say their thing, to do the stuff, and then the camera. It's just a really fun and intricate choreography to it that always energizes me. That was actually the first scene we shot after I broke my hand. That was literally Thursday morning. I came back with a cast. They put a sock on my hand.
Oh God.
Yeah, that seems very West Wing.
Hide the broken hand while doing this oneer, which adds to the challenge of it. But I agree with you. Those meaty relational scenes are the most like fun and satisfying, but also when you get a challenge like a oneer like that to do, everybody just kind of goes, whoop, here we go, and we're doing it. It's like live theater, it's really fun.
Okay, Stephanie.
Thank you so much.
Stephanie and then Roxanne.
Okay. So this series has everything that we want in a Hallmark, but there are plenty of moments where there's some riskier moves, whether it's the romance or the mystery side of it. So I'm curious what those conversations were like about how far to push the romance or the mystery.
I think the audience is loving it and hungry for it. And so there's certain lines we are not allowed to cross, and that is very clear, but has always been clear from the beginning. But
I keep my suspenders buttoned. One rule.
Okay.
But no.
Maybe
very good answer to a very good question.
No, it was good. It was perfect. There are some lines we are not allowed to cross, but within the confines of the script, as long if it's in the script and it's been approved and it's run up the flagpole, we are going to go for it. We're going to go for it and give them every color you can possibly imagine. And then they can choose whether to tame it down or cut it down or whatever, but they never do because they really like it. Everybody really likes it. It's really, I think all of the ways we push the boundaries a little bit have none of them have been too much for our audience. Our audience has in fact been going, yes, we love this. Give us more of this.
Absolutely. I mean, even some of the fight scenes and the intensity there, all of that coming together has been really fun and exciting for us to see on this side of it.
Well, yeah. And I honestly, I don't know how to make something less honest. Like, I won't enter into a scene and play it like sterilized. I just can't. It's not physically possible for me. So if we're in a fight, I'm going to fight. I am going to fight. My face is going to look crazy because I don't know how to control it when I'm in a moment like that. Like, that's going to happen. If we're in a romantic exchange and we're really playing in the imagination of the reality of the situation, we're going to go for it. I don't want it to feel like an echo of that moment. I want the audience to go like, that's what it feels like. That's what this experience is, So, yeah. it's great. I'm so excited that the audience has been so that they've really enjoyed it and really welcomed it. That's been really exciting for us.
For sure.
Okay, Roxanne.
Hi. So the two of you are great scene partners. And I was wondering what it is like Peter, what does Sarah bring that is your favorite? Like you're like, oh, okay, this is great. I know she's going to do this. And, vice versa, Sarah, what does Peter bring? Besides, wait, don't the two of you have this is just a side thing I was thinking.
Oh, yes.
I'm married to a Peter and he's married to
I think
Sarah.
that's cool. Yeah. So anyway, what do you bring for each other?
Besides that, which is very handy. So I'm never like, what's her name again? It's one thing for me in acting. Like there's just one thing. It's just presence. When you're in a scene with another person who is there in that moment, and no matter what they have planned, the moment goes this way, they go with it. To have organic, real interactions, that even if you're doing the same lines over and over again in the same positions, there are changes and surprises and humor one bit and something that kind of hurts the next bit. To have that aliveness that Sarah has is like the best thing you could ask for.
Holy shit. And it just giggled. I think, I would say the same thing. It's just really, really fun to play on screen with Peter. I think he's very, very, very present. There's also I feel, we became fast friends right away. I really trust him and I feel very safe with him. And so I think that I can allow myself to go to any place I need to go in a scene and know that I'm not going to be made fun of. I'm not going to be I'm mocked. I'm not going to be cut off or shut down in any way. It's just going to be like, yes, give me more, more. Here we are together doing this thing and everything belongs. Anything belongs. And we're going to play in this sandbox together. And when you can trust someone really, really deeply, and that comes from just a sweet friendship that we have too, then you can the sky's the limit. When you're on screen and playing the scenes, you can go anywhere.
Yeah.
I love it. Thank you.
Okay.
Julie, why don't you go ahead?
So, Peter, you said that Sam is a little maybe suspenders buttoned, but because it's a series, both of your characters get to go on a longer journey. Do you think this longer journey allows you a little more range, maybe to be emotionally unbuttoned or perhaps romantically unbuttoned, or even just a little more unbuttoned in the investigation pieces?
Absolutely. I think what we see in the second mystery arc of season 2 would have been unthinkable with Sam in season 1, like a place that he never would have gone. So having the ability to tell these stories over time allows us to see them shift and change and grow closer to each other and change as people, which is also, as an actor, just the best thing you could ask for, is to get to play those changes.
Okay, and Eric.
Okay. So I'll say that my review of Bah Humbug from last year still to this day is in my top 5 of YouTube. Everyone just keeps watching it. So, and as we're going through this, obviously there's a lot of love for the series, right? We're all saying how great it is. When was the moment that you two each realized hey, this isn't just another program? Because I personally think it's the best thing Hallmark's ever done. When did you realize you were in something special? It wasn't just, another great movie or great series.
I will say that from the moment we all stepped on set on day one shooting season 1, the vibe was so joyful and so good. Our director of photography, Justin Black, was so brilliant. And there was so much excitement in the air about how we're creating this really moody, not sort of, it has like an elevated quality to it, the way that we're shooting it, as well as like all of the talent, like just being consistently blown away by all of our guest casts and our recurring cast that came into play with us. Everybody is at the top of their game, right? So we were having a wonderful time shooting this together and feeling the excitement of it. But it wasn't until because you can have the best time ever, and then you watch it back and it's like, so it's fine. It's okay. Like
happened.
We did that. And I've got a couple more friends. But with this, when we watched it back, when I was started to see the cuts come in, I was like, oh, I'm really proud of this. This is like high quality television. So I was so proud. So to have like the most joyful experience on a set ever, coupled with something that I want to scream from the rooftops about, I want everybody in the world to see because I'm so proud of it, coupled with then people finding it last year on Hallmark Plus and going bananas for it. And like, I still haven't seen a single negative comment about this show anywhere. I've looked at lots of messages and lots of comments, and it just seems like people have embraced it. So having that trifecta feels like we've stumbled upon something pretty magical. I just went on for so long. I got tired of listening to myself.
That's such a good answer. Because I think I felt it first on set. We had a scene in season 1 where you're talking about how June can't be the killer.
Oh yes,
saved your cat.
Yes,
like it's a wacky speech. And when we were filming it, I'm sitting at my desk in the office and just watching Sarah, and I was like, "This is wonderful. I love this."
That was a very fun scene. Yeah,
it was just so like I just the energy of it. Like I feel like sometimes there is an energy on set that you can miss capturing it. It can somehow escape the room. And when you watch it in the end, you're like, oh, it was there on the day and we missed it. But I felt like we captured it. And there's scenes like that we really grab it in. And that to me feels like how I feel confident about
it. So Megan, go ahead.
So Sam and Emily both carry kind of emotional weight from their past for very different reasons. In season 2, do you each have a moment that you feel was a turning point for your characters?
Yeah, you're gonna see it.
Don't go ruining it again for me, Megan.
Sorry.
I'm so sorry. Oh wait, it doesn't help if I cover your square. It's not gonna work.
Really, really brilliant. I will say shooting the flashbacks for Emily in 5 and 6 was a massive I didn't understand really who she was until I was in hair, makeup, and wardrobe. And then it was like it was a new person with a whole history, unsullied and untouched in some ways by the things that were to come. And even playing the scenes with I don't know if I can spoil that with the other actor in it.
Yeah.
I found myself, it's a very different relationship than Sam and Emily years later, like so profoundly different. I'm responding differently, interacting differently. It's not as kind a relationship for sure. And my character in playing those scenes and in just being present and responding in the moment, I was realizing, oh, sweet girl, like you've been through it. You have been through it. I get why there's still miles to go, but I get that is, sorry, I'm like trying to not, look at my sweatpants. No. This is the party on the top. I'm giving it all away. It's all a sham. But that is a moment where I was like, okay, I get why and where and how she turned. I'm trying to hide some things I'm not allowed to say, which is why I'm stumbling so much. But yeah.
Yeah, but you got to meet her too.
What's that?
you got to meet her too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Emily.
It was, and it's the weirdest, it was the weirdest and wildest thing because I didn't fully know who she was going to be until we were on set playing those scenes. And then I was like, oh, there she is. Whew. And even Mel, our director, was like, this is so wild because I look very different in the scenes, for one thing, but also her energy is pretty different. And so she's like, I'm just so used to watching you as Emily, and now I'm seeing a totally different person as Grace, but she's still you, and it's like it's like my mind is like breaking. And I'm like, oh, this is why this is life. This is real. People change, you know? Like I wouldn't want to play Emily back when she's 25 because she's Grace. She's not Emily. She's different, you know? Anyway, sorry. I just went on and on and on.
No, it's good.
I love it.
Yeah, I think for me it was the second arc in season 2 where Sam starts to break the rules a little because I think for him he uses rules to keep himself safe, keep everything structured and ordered, and then he knows what's what and who's where, and it makes everything feel predictable and safe. But I think it's also kind of caused his life to shrink down and become, pretty myopic. It's just him and his daughter and his job, and that's it. And this town is small and he can handle that. So when he starts to break the rules, I think it also breaks open like a little insight into like how much is out there that he's kind of not letting himself see.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
So we have one more question for Stephanie and one more for Roxanne. And then we will wrap.
Sarah, you're one of the executive producers in this project. So what have you loved about that role? Peter, you can talk about what you've loved about her being in that role too, if you want.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love being an executive producer so much. I love seeing a project from the beginning all the way to the end. I love being involved in creative conversations. I think what I really bring to the table on this show, first of all, when I came on as EP, I said I really want to help pick out Sam. That's very important to me. We all made a very good choice.
I think
you are very, very good. And the other thing that was really important to me is I wanted to give notes on scripts. I wanted to be involved in the story conversations, and I wanted to give notes on the cuts afterwards. Those are the places where I really love to kind of jump in and dive in. And that's been really fun. I think one of my strengths is in dropping the romantic relationship in. So I don't ever need to touch any part of any mystery script because Ken is a genius and brilliant, and they are airtight start to finish. For me, what I love to kind of get in there and kind of zhuzh or bring up or move around is the love story. Like anything that we can add to make it feel bigger and broader and more grounded and more layered and more juicy and more honest and more human. That's what I like to dig into. And it also comes from conversations that we have about the characters too. That's part of the process. And the other way that I really love being an EP is I love being in a leadership position. I love being able to walk on set and set a tone. That for me is as important as putting out a good product, is showing up on set and knowing that the crew feels cared for and loved and seen and heard and all of that. So that to me is really, really important. Sometimes I really exhaust myself, and Peter has to give me a pep talk and tell me to go in a corner and lie down because I don't need to be everything for everyone all at once.
Yeah.
But that's why you have a
only once or twice per season. Yeah, that's
who helps you do that. That's
it's a lot of hats, and this is a really good question actually, and it's not one that's come up, but it's something that's really nice to have an opportunity to talk about because everyone on set, we're all working together to make the same thing, but the way a set works is everyone is sort of working together to make that thing from a different position on the field.
Yeah.
So one person is representing, for the actors, we represent the story, but we also represent our character chiefly and can be an advocate for our character in that arc. The writer is representing the story as a whole, but then also we couldn't do this without line producers figuring out how we pay for all of it. But to have someone like Sarah in both roles and able to represent the story and the characters like even more, even just push for that little extra bit. Because sometimes, you're making a show on a budget, things are hard. Sometimes you can't get everything you want, but to really have the opportunity to be like, I think to tell this story, to tell Sam and Emily's story, we really want to see this. We really want to have them at this place at this time and not this far. And to be able to craft that, to have an active hand in crafting that is so special.
Love it.
All right. So we get to end on my question, which is kind of like a silly, lighthearted question, which is good because we've been doing heavy duty stuff here. People keep asking, and I'm curious, and they're a big part of the story, Emily, for Emily, Sarah, are the cats. Is there a cat wrangler? Who do they belong to? For a minute there, I thought they were AI. And I was like, well, wait a minute, because cats aren't easy, and you've got two. So
no, they're not easy.
Yeah, remember how I talked about a good scene partner earlier?
And it's not them.
Cats are not, they don't want to act.
Don't want to be there.
They got other things going on.
The cats are hard. Also, Ken is horrifically allergic to cats, so he can't ever be on set when the cats are on.
I was wondering,
but he's written the cats into these scenes. They are cats are challenging, and even when and our wranglers work so hard with them to try to choreograph getting them to do the things they're supposed to do, but then as soon as all the people are on set and the camera's in their face, it's like they will do whatever they want to do is what's going to happen.
And that's no disrespect to the cats themselves or the wranglers. It's just the nature of cats,
Cats.
Yeah, I was almost thinking maybe they were your cats because they seem to respond to you really well.
We got some good takes.
Okay.
Okay, this is the scene where you knock the tea over. You knock the tea over.
That's exactly what happened.
Oh gosh.
It's your tea. Why would I knock the tea over? I don't want to.
Oh man.
You know how coordinated I am?
I land on my feet from 75 feet in the air. You think I'm gonna knock tea over? Anyway, yes, a little inner monologue about the cats.
That's okay.
Yeah, it's just challenging. I do love animals, by the way. Like I love cuddling them and snuggling them when they want to be cuddled and snuggled. But yeah, that definitely takes up time on set too. It's like babies and animals always take a lot of extra time because you don't know what you're going to get.
Thank you.
I'd like to take a second to thank our sponsor for this episode of the podcast. It's Uncommon Goods. The countdown is on. Holiday shopping season is officially here. Uncommon Goods takes the stress out of gifting with thousands of unique, high-quality finds you won't see anywhere else. Don't wait. The most meaningful gifts get scooped up fast, and now's the perfect time to cross names off your list. What I really liked when I looked at their website is that you can go to the exact category of the person that you're shopping for. So you can look for gifts for women. And then in particular, they have a whole section for moms, for grandmas, for wives, for teenagers. And within each of those categories, there's all these creative ideas. And I had a lot of fun looking at the teen category. I have some nieces and different things that, would be fun to shop for. And I love the creativity in so many of the gifts. You've got create your own reel viewers. You've got a photo and label printer. I definitely think there is something for everybody, and it's worth checking out their site. And it's also nice that when you shop at Uncommon Goods, you're supporting artists and small independent businesses. Many of their handcrafted products are made in small batches, so shop now before they sell out this holiday season. And with every purchase you make at Uncommon Goods, they give back $1 to a nonprofit partner of your choice. They've donated more than $3.1 million to date. So don't wait. Cross those names off your list before the rush. To get 15% off your next gift, go to uncommongoods.com/Hallmarkies. That's uncommongoods.com/Hallmarkies for 15% off. Uncommon Goods, we're all out of the ordinary. So that was so much fun. Thank you to Hallmark for letting us do this and be a part of it. Really appreciate it. And let me know what you think about all the different things that Sarah and Peter talked about. Would love to hear your thoughts in the comments section. What have you thought of the season so far? Really appreciate that. You can find me at Rachel's Reviews, all over social media, iTunes, YouTube, and on Rotten Tomatoes. So check that out. Also make sure to follow the podcast, Hallmarkies Pod, Hallmarkies Podcast, all over social media. And if you are listening on iTunes, please leave your ratings and reviews. Really appreciate that. And if you are watching on YouTube, please give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you check out all of our Mistletoe Murders coverage that we've done this season and last. I'd love for you to take a look at that. And we have our Patreon group, which is the best way you can support everything that we're doing. You get to be part of cool bonus episodes and watch-alongs and lots of cool stuff. So check that out. And we have our merch store where we have tons of holiday-inspired merch. So check that out. And thanks again to Hallmark for letting us be a part of this. Make sure you check out all those other podcasters. And we'll talk to y'all later.